So I had a pretty bad idea. I fed an AI a bunch of audio from some of my favorite YouTubers, these three guys specifically. That's Good Sports, Mr.Beast, and Salmonella. These YouTubers are very different, so I fed them into the AI individually first to see if I could get something that could work. It fucking didn't. Today we're gonna see how bad this can really get. Now for clarification, I really don't know much about AI. The entirety of my AI knowledge is in this CGP Grey video, which I will leave in the description. Alright, without further ado, let's get the first YouTuber done and out of the way with. Mr.Beast 6000. So I'm gonna play the clip that I gave the AI, and then I'm going to show you by reading aloud what the AI gave me back. I essentially had the AI finish the half or quarter done video and fix it for me, or end it.
For the entire year of 2021, every time someone subscribes to this channel, I'm donating 10 cents to charity. And last month, 3 million people subscribed to the channel, which means I'm gonna give away this $300,000 amount of money to people in need. Starting with this business, going out of business. How's it going? I noticed your sign out front. Are you guys struggling?
Almost 11 months now.
Good enough for me. Here's $30,000 in a duffel bag.
Huh? Oh no. Can I touch?
Yeah, you can touch it, of course.
I can pay my bills now.
I think it's safe to say you don't need this sign anymore, right?
Oh no, not today.
Next.
So that's all that the AI was given, and now it's the AI's turn to finish a Mr.Beast video. Also, disclaimer, none of what I'm about to say happened. The AI just gave me a bullshit story, and I'm just reading it for you guys now. Why do this? In February 2018, my YouTube account expired and it was replaced by Carl. My old YouTube page is Jimmy David Smith. For a list on why he chose me in the first place, you know who your champion guy is. In October 2014, when Justin Jackson left the WWE because it looked like there wasn't going to go ahead with that deal, they did not make an offer, but they only said yes if we had 100% attendance. At their shows over 2 nights, they got $40,000 per show. Why? Just wow, how stupid were those guys? A week later, after hearing the news come out about him being laid off from his job, so I gave him $30,000 to make up for it. What the fuck? Let me just see if I'm understanding exactly what the fuck I just read. Okay, so Mr.Beast lost his YouTube channel to his own employee Carl back in 2018. Then some guy named Justin Jackson left the WWE, and if you didn't know, Justin Jackson is a former NFL player, and it looks like he left due to a contract dispute of all things. So the WWE called Mr.Beast and his crew to replace this guy, but they had to get 100% attendance. He then insults the other guys for only making $40,000 per show and proceeds to make it up to them by giving them $30,000. What the fuck? Mr.Beast, please don't sue me. That would really, really, really suck. I cannot afford it. But we're gonna move on to the next YouTuber now. You guys get the idea. I'm going to give part of the video to the AI and have it finish it for me, and it's gonna come out fucking terribly. For the Salmonella video, this is what I fed the AI.
Hey kids, now some philosophers have called boats the airplanes of the sea, but while every glamorous Glennis has its slow-mo shun, so too does JJ the Jetplane have his awful counterpart. Her legacy in many ways resembles my middle school career, a 3-year-long travesty plagued by blunder after blunder due to both gross incompetence and sheer misfortune, with the only silver lining being that it's remembered by relatively few. Meet the USS William D. Porter, nicknamed the Willie.
Relatively few from Time was considered an airplane for quite short while, as it appeared in many magazines and books as opposed like planes before changing their names at least once each decade around 1900 to 1910. Even though they were still actually capable enough fighters, the Japanese had one made up about 50 years ago when I got married back here in 1983. Why do we keep calling them jets today? Because our definition of an aircraft is not what defines modern aviation either. You see, people, when you are just about finished at one point or another in life, if not for it having two beautiful children who were supposed to be doing fine and all, I would never know how sorry I am. Very simply, I'm not even going to attempt to interpret what the fuck the AI just said there, but it was fun while it lasted. I'm going to continue this in a part 2, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And before you go, I just wanted to shout out one of my friends who's been supporting me in a rather difficult time I've been in right now. His Instagram's right here. You can follow him there and make orders through his Instagram. You'll send him your shoes, and he'll custom paint them for you. As you can see on his page, it's got some really cool designs. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go start working on part 2 and working on some college stuff I'm way behind on. Thanks, guys.